How do you find new music? These days, almost exclusively via YouTube. Recommendations from friends. YouTube, Reddit, or Spotify back when I had it. Recently switched to Amazon Music, which isn't as good. Following one of the subreddits dedicated to a specific genre of music you like is extremely helpful, not r music. Too general. My favorite is r popheads. But r indie heads and r hip-hop heads are good too. I find YouTube is better at serving me enjoyable new stuff than Spotify. Better AI. Perhaps? Woohoo! Hello from Ukraine. My lovely country who used to give it to any kind of copyrights, grinning face with smiling eyes. When I used to work as a DJ in 2002 to 2011, I used to make dozens of wild things to get a track that I wanted without paying for it. Back in early 2000 there were no iTunes store. LPs or CD optical disc were extremely expensive for me. So I used to download music with dial-up modem, person facepalming female sign for 1 hour each track. Yeah. I am really old, beaming face with smiling eyes. Then I needed fix it. For example, remove sound marks of the FM station which broadcasted this track with Acid Pro, for sure, hacked program. And don't ask me how. But I have nailed it each and every time. Not bad for a girl. Huh? Just because I spoke English better than my brothers in Weapon. I could much easily find wanted tracks of the different DJs and sound producers. Without Shazam. As you can guess, I could find the whole version of the track out of small pieces of the name of the track. Or a DJ's set or a piece of lyrics in it. I was known as a music hound among my friends and was often asked for help to search for a certain song. Well, my personal greatest find was track with I found only by words, hotel cost, which were the name of the file. No lyrics. Only music. And still no Shazam, grinning face with sweat. It was Metropolitan by Stefan Pomponiak, and I had to scratch over 9 albums, each of 14 tracks, one by one, with pretty weak internet connection to find this track. Still I was proud of myself like hell. Trophy. Sorry guys for too many letters. I am just too talkative this evening. Grinning face with smiling eyes. Thanks for reading it. I use Shazam music recognition app all the time when listening to the radio. Or in cafes. But most often when I hear a song in a movie or TV show I like. Shazam links directly to Spotify too. Which is nice. I read Pitchfork and Rolling Stone reviews. Although, admittedly I usually disagree with their ratings. I don't know. I used to go into record shops. To the metal, punk, alternative section and pick a random CD with a cool cover. Worked about 60% of the time. These days I don't know. Occasionally recommendations from friends. I miss record shops. Spotify, mostly New Music Friday playlists. Triple J. Music charts. Pandora. That's actually how I fell in love with bluegrass. We've mostly all heard the song Wagon Wheel. But I heard a version by a band called Old Crow Medicine Show and it is just hands down the best one. So I made a station from OCMS and discovered so many other incredible songs and artists along the way. I'm currently head over heels for Brown Bird, who has this astonishingly unique and borderline haunting sound. I listen to a song from my band I already like on YouTube. And then look to the sidebar for recommend videos from bands I haven't heard of. And open them in background tabs. Then I do the same with the next tab and the next. And pretty quickly, you end up with a Pornhub-style browser situation. You can also search YouTube for React to X, where X represents a song, genre you like. Then check out the comment section. I play Geometry Dash and every once in a while, I come upon a gem. iTunes app is amazing. I go top charts on categories I like to see if I'm missing anything. Then I go to World and see what's 2 charts in a couple countries to make sure I'm not missing any international bangers. The only thing I don't like about iTunes app is no mixtapes. Often for rappers a lot of their mixtape stuff is better than their album stuff. Might be absolutely butchered for this. But TikTok LMAO. The funny ones. At least. Google Play and click on radio stations. You can choose from moods, genres, etc. Or if you like a song you click the 3 dots at the side and click radio and it plays songs you like. Go on Spotify. Go on the profile of a band I like and check those similar proposed bands. Got lucky a few times. I start by going on YouTube and searching up a song I really enjoy listening to. Then I click the recommendations that are on the side. Clicking around a lot and only giving the song a chance if the first 10 seconds sound appealing to me or not. I've got a good 4 years worth of data on last.fm. Aside from that, I just randomly listen to what other people comment on similar threads. I'm a music journalist, so I'm always checking various websites for reviews, looking at fest lineups to see who I don't know and then looking into them. As well as college radio bring great for a ton of different styles. If you keep your ears to the ground and just look around, you'll find plenty to enjoy. Also, Spotify is excellent for discovering new things. Good luck. Nightcores. To be honest, I'm subbed to a couple YT channels on Nightcore. And if I like what I hear, I'll check out the original version. If you like dance, EDMC 89.5 in Seattle is my favorite. I live nowhere near Seattle, but I listen online whenever I can. Definitely Spotify. Sometimes I get new songs from Posh DJ's mixes on Mixcloud. I find if I play a song I like on YouTube, it will play similar ones I like. Pandora and Spotify have turned me on to music. I started with the free version of Pandora. It is always playing music you have never heard and will not allow you to play a specific song, therefore. I shifted to Spotify and quickly moved to the pay version. I can play specifically what I want and if I want. Only what I want. Which doesn't introduce one to new music. So, listening to this artist radio will allow different tunes to be shuffled in and when I notice. I like that. Who is that? Quote. Then I find new music based on tunes that sound similar to tunes I know. I listen to bands that I like, and if I don't know the exact name for their genre, I look up what their genre is called and search for other bands with the same genre. I subscribe in remix channels on YouTube and listen some of their remix because it's rare someone make a remix from a bad music. Right? Then, if I like the remix, I search the original music. It's a little dumb, isn't? Me. Either YouTube suggestions under a video or Amazon Music playlists. YT had surprisingly good algorithm if you give it a good base. I listen to a lot of genres and YouTube recognizes them and makes playlists based on that. Spotify suggestions are solid. And go to Song Radio feature. Just right-click that option in your favorite song, and Spotify will find you similar tunes. Recommendations from friends. Twitter, Instagram and Reddit. Find a good song. Then listen to the album that the song is from and see from there. Watch movies. Like Guardians of the Galaxy. YouTube. Find channels that are along the same lines as my taste. Subscribe. Ever so often check the recommended videos on the side of the YouTube videos of that channel too. Repeat. Look up Gacha Life music videos on YouTube. Great music there. If you play video games, watch a game you like but a compilation of best plays or something of the sort. The music they usually use is great songs. I subscribe to Nightcore Focus channels on YouTube and find new music that way. This is going to sound very hippie, but it finds you. Man. Spotify has some pretty good features for that. There's the Discovery Weekly playlist. Though it often doesn't help. Try looking through official playlists with genres that you like. If there's a specific song that you want to find more songs like, use the Song Radio feature. Pay attention to songs in movies and TV shows. They sometimes have a few that stands out. The good ones always use music that fits the aesthetics. So if you're into the visual style, story, you'll like the music as well. Smiley face. Also branch out from the music you already like. Look up the related acts or personal projects from the musicians. YouTube, Bandcamp and live gigs. Spotify. For me, movies and series always has been a great way to find new music and artists. I can't exactly remember the movies, but I discovered Hozier, Tame Impala, Frank Sinatra, Louis Armstrong, and many other artists through movie soundtracks. These artists are just some names on top of my head. Member-supported public radio stations. They usually play a very wide variety of music. WFMU and WXPN are both good and you can stream them for free. I consume so much media that I stumble upon it. Then look into the artist. I then look into artists that they've worked with. Wash, rinse, repeat. I can do that for about an hour before I get bored. As I go through their works, I build playlists. I gradually adjust playlists until they've got a consistent flow between tracks, even if set on shuffle. I also have one playlist that is just every song I've found I like. It's called Just Go With It.